Welcome to the Humphrey Coliseum on the campus of Mississippi State University for an evening of basketball Mississippi State style. The BSSN is bringing to you live Mississippi State versus Arkansas women's basketball, a ball game between two Southeastern Conference members. Mississippi State 16-7 on the year and 3-6 in the SEC. Arkansas a 9-15 record on the year and 2-7 in the SEC. Overall in the series, Mississippi State leads at 24-21. State with a 13-7 advantage in Starkville. State is 7-3 rather in the last 10 ball games against the two teams. State has won the last two matchups. State won last year's matchup 66-63 on the road in Fayetteville. And Coach Sam Purcell is 2-0 versus the Razorbacks in his young career here at MSU. State and Arkansas both 1-4 in their last 5 ball games. Connor, both teams really needing a win. Arkansas struggling this year. They've had some success, most definitely, and under head coach Mike Neighbors, and they've had some success under him, but they've just kind of been in a struggle this year. A tough Southeastern Conference. State struggling as of late. What's something Mississippi State can do starting out to get a much-needed win tonight?
Ty, you got to win the turnover battle tonight. You're playing against a team that forces some of the most turnovers nationally. They're 324th in the nation. That's the Arkansas Razorbacks, and they're last in the SEC when trying to face turnovers against opponents. So this appears to be a good matchup for MSU as State is 16 turnovers per game on the year. That's 161st nationally and 10th in the SEC. So they're a little bottom in the SEC for that category. So right now their State is 5-2 when 15 or less turnovers occur on their side of the court.
Yeah, it's a great point there. Yeah, State 5-2 on the year when we commit 15 or less turnovers. When you look at, ball games for Mississippi State this year, Connor, that's been really the deciding factor. Is, Mississippi State just turns it over too much. You had, 23 turnovers against Ole Miss at home, 20 against South Carolina in a game you were leading at home, multiple turnovers in other games. So, yeah, Mississippi State definitely got to clean up the turnovers tonight, but you're right. Arkansas last in the SEC in forced turnovers defensively, 324th nationally. It appears to be a good matchup for State tonight. Talk about State and their dominance on the boards, and how can they, take advantage of Arkansas tonight.
I'm going to be honest, Ty, when I saw this stat in particular, it made my eyes get real big. Everything in my body started to move because when I saw 42 rebounds per game for the Mississippi State Bulldogs, that's not anything to take lightly. That's 15th nationally and 4th in the SEC. This is a team we have seen beat a ranked Oklahoma before, and we're looking to have that same team again tonight. And when you're 15th nationally in rebounds per game, that helps you a lot. Now, Arkansas is a bad rebounding team tonight, and for Arkansas to be able to win this game, they're going to have to win any single stat margin they can, and it all starts with rebounds.
Yeah, exactly. You mentioned they're a bad rebounding team, and you're right. They're 336th nationally and last in the SEC in their rebounding margin. 295th in the nation in offensive rebounds, 108th in the nation in defensive rebounds, 219th overall in the nation, just an overall rebound. So, looking at the stats, this is not a good rebounding team we're facing tonight. That's a way Mississippi State can take advantage of Arkansas tonight. That's two ways we just pointed out. Arkansas, bad team forcing turnovers. State turns the ball over a lot. This is a team you can take advantage of in that regard. Rebounds, Mississippi State, one of the best in the country. Arkansas, one of the worst in the country. So that's one way, or that's two ways, rather, that State can, find a way to win tonight. Last point, Mississippi State, and we've talked about State a lot, but we're going to talk about Arkansas for a second. Arkansas has an absolute star playing for them tonight. Number 24, is that her name? Is that her number? No, number 3, rather. Number 3, Izzy Higginbottom. I mean, she is fantastic. 25 points per game in SEC play, 45% from the field, 44% from three-point range. Her averages for overall are, about the same on the year, just overall is the same. She's really excellent from the free throw line. But what can State do tonight to slow down, because she's still going to score, because by far she's Arkansas's leading scorer. What can State do tonight to kind of slow Izzy Higginbottom down for the Razorbacks?
Well, this is the thing, Ty. Mississippi State's got to take a page out of another Izzy's book, and they got to limit Izzy and force her to turn that ball over. If Izzy has any space between her and the basket, more than likely Izzy is putting that ball up and it's going in. So if you can limit Izzy from getting to the basket, you'll have a pretty dang good shot of beating the Arkansas Razorbacks here tonight in the Humphrey Coliseum.
Yeah, you're exactly right. A big thing is if you can force some turnovers out of her. She's got 40 turnovers in SEC play, I believe 90 overall in a year. That's a huge margin. In SEC play, 40 turnovers, that's about 4.5 a game. So, yes, if you can force her to turn it over, I think you're going to have some really good success. And Mississippi State defensively has been a pretty good basketball team on the year, other than, we struggle a little bit from the three-point line. But, other than that, Mississippi State, has been a pretty good defensive team. So look for State to try and force turnovers out of Izzy Higginbottom in order to, stifle a, Arkansas offense that hadn't been as good all year. That was our pregame show. We will be back with the starting lineups after our team intros here from the Humphrey Coliseum. It's a pleasure to be with you tonight on this Thursday night in Starkville, Mississippi. You're listening to Mississippi State women's basketball from the Bulldog Student Sports Network.
Well, I was born at a party in a barn with a guitar strapped across my arm. So I learned to play in a different style. Everybody knows that I'm hog wild. Well, I pick it high and I pick it low. Pick it with my teeth and pick it with my toe. You can hear me play for a country mile. Everybody knows that I'm hog wild. Yeah, everybody knows that I'm hog wild. Well, I laid around on the farm too long. Me and them city folks couldn't get along. My mama said you're a destined child. They all know you was born hog wild. So I traveled all over this land, and I found myself a backwoods band. You can hear us play for a country mile. Everybody knows that we're hog wild. Yeah, everybody knows that we're hog wild. Everybody knows that we're hog wild. Everybody knows that we're hog wild. Everybody knows that I play loud. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that we're hog wild. Make it wild. Make it wild. Make it wild. Make
gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord, yeah. Politicians hide themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave their all to the poor. Yeah. There was something in everything about you. Baby, you can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. Baby, come back.
It's been a crazy
To the
last year. I'm
Bulldog
trying to
Student
process
Sports
it.
Network and the Humphrey Coliseum. Mississippi State and Arkansas go quickly through the starting lineups. Mississippi State first. Denham DeShields getting the start at guard with Jacayla Jordan. Chandler Prater going to start over Nia Russell tonight. Debrisha Poe and Medina Okot to round it out for the Bulldogs. Phoenix Stotine in there for Arkansas at guard. Izzy Higginbottom, the great player for the Razorbacks. Christina Sanchez-Cerquera in there. Carly Johnson and Vera Ojenua.
Were you very genuine with that pronunciation?
I tried to be. She'll start for the Razorbacks. So here we go. State wins the tip. It'll be Denham DeShields with the basketball. And out of Prater on the right wing. They get it to Jordan in the corner. Jordan tries a three ball up. No good. Rebound Chandler Prater, though, going to work the guard. And they kick it out Jordan. Jordan will drive right side. Gets a right-handed layup to go.
Jacayla Jordan, baby. You got to love it.
Good shot right there to start the scoring all for Mississippi State. Stotine will take it up the floor for the Razorbacks and will set up the Hogs offense. Arkansas in the all red tonight, State all white. Jacayla Jordan with an easy steal. It's going to be a transition layup and a quick start for Mississippi State.
That's the most well-rounded basketball you can ask for. You do something on the offensive side, then go ahead and do it on the defensive side as well.
Well put there, Connor. State with a 4-0 lead just into this game, not even a minute in. Stotine with it. Has to pick up her dribble, trying to get rid of it. Eventually does. She'll get it to Ojenua. Ojenua to Higginbottom of Arkansas. Top of the key, 8 on the shot clock. Higginbottom driving now on Denham DeShields. Still with the basketball at the free throw line. Kicks it out, 3-ball up. And it won't fall off. Back iron from Johnson. State with a rebound. And here comes Prater up the floor quickly for the Bulldogs. Gonna try and probe the lane. She does. Shot up. Good. Right in front of the restricted area arc.
We might have been questioning Prater starting today because we're not used to seeing her start, but it looks like that was the move to make tonight.
Yeah, started her over Ania Russell, and it turns out to be a good look. State in the defensive end with a block. It's Debrisha Poe, and she'll head down the floor. Stop at the right wing, set it up, Jacayla Jordan. She'll pull up, 3-ball up, off back iron, no good. Ball kind of tipped around. Prater with a rebound, goes up and puts it through. An 8-0 start for
42
State.
rebounds a game. Let's start with one right here, and let's get that put back.
8-14. We are a minute 46 into the ball game, if I'm doing my math correctly, and Arkansas has already got a timeout called. It's an 8-0 run to start the game for Mississippi State. How about that, Connor?
You know what I love to say when I see Debrisha Poe do something? I love to say, hey, let's preach Debrisha and show them how well you are on that basketball court. She can be great offensively, but we just saw a nice block by Depresha Poe that led to an 8-0 run for the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Yeah, Depresha Poe, a fellow broadcast and digital journalism major.
She's one of our kind.
Yes, she's looking to. She's wanting to be in the SEC network and work with women's basketball. Read that on her profile. So all power to her. I'm sure that would be a fantastic job. But getting back to the ball game, just a fantastic start for Mississippi State. You get a block, you get a steal, you get some transition points, 3 early rebounds by Chandler Prater, a bigger guard. She's listed as a guard on the roster, but 3 early rebounds for a bigger guard gets you a lot of momentum. This is a good start for Mississippi State.
You look at the points around the team, Ty, and you say, okay, well, Jerkayla Jordan's got 4, and then Prater's got 4, and you're like, okay, well, maybe this is a Jordan and Prater show, but it hasn't been. You could look at the stats and say it might have been one of them shows. The Mississippi State women's basketball team is working so well as a team. This is what I love about women's basketball because of the team chemistry that unfolds on this court, and we're seeing it today. If you look at the other stats, regardless of points, we just saw Depresha Poe get that block. She got a rebound, so she's doing a lot for the Mississippi State women's basketball team. And so now we have this well-rounded team. We're up 8-0 with 8 minutes and 14 seconds left in just the first quarter, and we're starting hot.
Yes, we are. Arkansas, in their last game against Florida, got beat pretty bad, 108-78. So is that a 40-point loss? That's a 30-point loss. So got beat pretty bad, but they didn't turn it over as much. They only turned it over 7 times. But Florida did have some blocks in that game, had 6 blocks. So, maybe State can, be a little better blocking than they usually are on the year. But, Arkansas just didn't turn it over that much last game. Just really shot poorly, and Florida shot well. So maybe State can take advantage of more of a lowly Arkansas defense on the year. We're back out of the timeout. Arkansas will inbound at State with a little bit of pressure. It's Jerkayla Jordan guarding in the backcourt. Stotine will take it up the floor. She gets it past the half-court stripe. And Arkansas will go to work. 20 on the shot clock. Stotine going to drive inside on Okot. Shot no good. Rebound Medina Okot. And State will take it up the floor. Destiny McFall takes it up the left side. Stops at the left elbow. Gives it to Medina Okot. Who's got it the SEC logo. Working left block. Goes under. That ball no good off the bottom of the backboard. And here comes Arkansas. Sanchez Zarkea with the ball now. They swing it all the way over right wing to Stotine. Now to Higginbottom. She'll go with a floater just outside the lane, and it falls. And
you can't leave that space, Ty. We talked about it earlier. She's dangerous, and she hit a wide-open floater.
Most definitely. She is going to get her buckets. She is a force to be reckoned with on this Razorback squad. State with the offensive end. Chandler Prater on the right wing, and going to call a foul underneath on – who was that on? Was that on Medina Okot? It was. An offensive foul on Medina Okot. And so it'll be a turnover for Mississippi State. Chandler Prater, Jerkayla Jordan, and Medina Okot going to check out. A couple of Bulldogs in there. Nia Russell in. Montague into the ball game. Here comes Arkansas up the floor. Ojenua hands it off to Stotine. Stotine pulls left wing 3 up. No good. Rebound Mississippi State. Nia Russell, and a foul on the floor is going to be on the rebound. Ojenua got a little too handsy there and fouls Montague of Mississippi State.
I think more than anything, she was in the landing zone too, Ty. So with the hands, you have kind of her landing on the body, and you get the foul that way.
DeShields brings it up now. The Montague on the at the top of the key, hands off Nia Russell. She'll pull up, 3 ball, and good, right in front of the face of Higginbottom. That was a nice shot.
Nia Russell for Prater. I mean, it seems like a nice mutualistic trade right there.
Yeah, they're playing good right now. Stotine has it. Offense kind of flowing through her. That's going to be a travel as she passed it to Ojenua, and she just traveled before she dribbled there, kind of shuffled her feet.
Hey, we talked about forcing turnovers for Arkansas. That's exactly what happens when you get one of the big girls up at top. They don't know what to do up there. Their instinct is to drive to the basket. When they get rushed, you cause a travel and turn the ball over.
So State will take it down the floor. Now with it to Russell on the left wing. It's going to be DeShields with the basketball now, driving, and she'll kick out DeBrisha Poe. She's going to try a three. It's up good. Stayed up 14-2 with just under 6.5 to play in the first quarter.
Preach DeBrish. That's all I got to say.
I well said there, Connor. Fantastic. Nothing else needed to be said there. Arkansas with Stotine in the offensive end. She'll drive it all the way to the rack. Beats Montague. The speed advantage there for Stotine, and she gets the layup to go 14-4. DeShields with it. Now to Russell. Russell will jab, drive left side. Going to try and go up through contact. Can't get it to fall. Just falls off. Ball knocked around. Montague gets the rebound and banks it in.
I would have loved to hit a corner three out there. We had someone wide open in the corner, but, you know, it ended up making it 2 points anyways.
Higginbottom going to drive to the rack. It's going to be a foul on Montague of Mississippi State. Higginbottom kind of beat the Bulldogs defensively there. Montague just tried to block it from behind. Didn't really work well. And so she's going to get fouled, and she'll go to the line. I believe a 90% free throw shooter in SEC play, 90% overall this year. So she's been really good for the Razorbacks from the free throw line, really from everywhere on the field.
You get a little desperate when you have someone like Izzy Higginbottom zip past you like that, and so you kind of can't do anything but foul at that point.
She makes the first free throw. DeBrisha Poe checked out for State. Chandler Prater into the ball game. And she makes the second. Lawrence on the floor now for Arkansas. So is Galea. Bates also checking in as well. State with the offensive end. It's Anaya Russell. Russell stops free throw line, gives it to DeShields. She's got a wide open left wing three. It's short. Rebound fought for and won by Arkansas. It'll be Higginbottom will take it up the floor. Higginbottom guarded by McFall. Gets it ripped away. And a foul on the floor going to be on Mississippi State trying to dive for that basketball, and they're going to call a push, and I believe they're going to call that one on Destiny McFall.
We told him to be aggressive with Higginbottom, but I didn't mean this aggressive to the point where you about fouled out in the first quarter.
Well, I don't mind that aggressiveness right there, trying to go get the basketball. I don't mind that call, or I don't mind, getting the foul right there. So you're just trying to go make a play, try and get the basketball for your team. Meanwhile, Jenna Lawrence will pull up for three, and it won't fall. And a rebound for Mississippi State. Kayla Jordan with the basketball. And she'll get it to McFall, gives it to Montague. McFall going to try three. Top of the key, it falls. A good shot from Destiny McFall, and with just over 5 minutes to play, State with a 13-point lead. Arkansas with a full court pass down the floor. Layup won't go, but a foul. That kind of happened quick, so I apologize for being a little late there. I believe that's going to be Galea, who is going to have 2 shots at the free throw line.
Let's talk about this shooting and this rebounding team, Ty. They're about 3 for 6 right now. That's 50% from the three, and they have 8 rebounds just in the first quarter.
She will miss the first. Galea, Danica Galea, the freshman center. 6'3", she's listed as. She makes the second there, so now a 12-point lead for State, 19-7, with just over 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Now under 5 to go. DeShields will take it down the floor, hand it off to Kayla Jordan. Now to Anaya Russell. They swing it to Prater. Good cut inside, and Jordan can't find a layup. Ball knocked around, and it'll be Arkansas basketball. Kayla Thomas was trying to fight for that for State, but Arkansas came up with it. Here comes Higginbottom down the floor. They're gonna call her for a push-off right there on the elbow. So an offensive foul on Izzy Higginbottom, and it'll be a turnover for the Razorbacks.
I thought it was a good move at first till I saw the full extension of that left arm, Ty. And you turn around so smooth, you got to wonder something was illegal happening on that court.
Stotine going to check out of the game for Arkansas. Archer is in it for the Razorbacks, replacing her. State in the offensive end. It's going to be an Anaya Russell drive. She loses the basketball, though, regains it. Passes it up top to DeShields. Now to Prater. They're looking inside. Kayla Thomas. They try and find a cutting Bulldog. Won't go. Ball knocked around, and a 3-ball attempt for Russell. No good. Shot attempt by Kayla Thomas. No good. The ball go out on Mississippi State. So a couple empty possessions in a row there for the Bulldogs. Had a couple of opportunities. And Arkansas will have the inbound. State been bringing the pressure in the backcourt. Arkansas does get it into Galea. Here comes Higginbottom up the floor. They'll kick it to Bates. Bates now to Higginbottom on the left wing. Moving left towards the block. Goes with a layup. Good. A finger roll right there and a nice layup, and it cuts the lead to 10 for State. State pushing, though, in transitions. Jordan at the SEC logo. Passes it out wildly. Gets it to Prater, though. Prater will go to work with 20 on the shot clock. Now they kick it out to Nia Russell. Moving towards the left wing, she's going to get a screen from Kayla Thomas to her right. She'll move to the free throw line, stepping inside the lane. She'll go with a finger roll up herself. No good. Rebound Arkansas. Archer with the rebound. She'll push on Nia Russell and will stop. She has it at the top of the key now, going to work for Arkansas. Nia Russell still guarding her, and Archer will move to the right wing, guarded again by Nia Russell. And a foul underneath. That's going to be on Denham DeShields. It's kind of holding Higginbottom as Higginbottom was cutting back door inside the lane. So I think that's going to be the 5th team foul on Mississippi State, and it'll send Izzy Higginbottom to the line. So, State 0 of their last 4 now, and 5 team fouls. Higginbottom nails the first free throw, so a couple of, some struggling times for Mississippi State as of late.
Someone's going to get fouled out before Higginbottom gets stopped, because right now Arkansas is in the bonus.
Yeah, they are. 19-11 the score as Higginbottom nails the second. Kayla Thomas going to check out of the game, and coming in for her is Medina Okot. Destiny McFall going to bring it up now to Prater. Now back to McFall. Now inside to Okot. Now out to Prater. Prater moving to the right side. Inside the three-point line, goes baseline, kicks it all the way out to Russell. State will reset. 12 on the shot clock. Russell will probe the lane, kicks out, wide open 3-ball. She fakes it, now dribbles. 3-ball up, no good, but they call a travel on Destiny McFall. I guess maybe before she dribbled, she shuffled her feet right there. I don't know if you saw it better, Connor.
I mean, I got my glasses on, but I didn't see any feet shuffling. I could pretty much see everything from up here. These glasses are so clear, and they were really expensive, so they might as well do the right job, and I didn't see any feet shuffling.
They called the travel there, so it'll be Arkansas basketball and another turnover for State. And Nia Russell checked out. DeBrisha Poe in for the Bulldogs. Arkansas gets the ball in, but they'll turn it over. McFall forcing the turnover. She gets it to Prater, who will turn it right back over to Arkansas. Arkansas going to push. Now they'll stop. It's Bates with the basketball on the right wing, looking for Archer. Now going to get it to the top of the key to Sanchez Cerquera. She has it. She'll kick out Bates. Bates going to work on DeBrisha Poe to the free throw line. Gets it inside. On the left block, a foul again on Mississippi State, just guarding cuts. They are being really physical on Izzy Higginbottom, and that'll send her to the line again. I believe that was that Jordan or McFall that got the foul there? I think they're saying McFall.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Gonna say McFall. So Higginbottom will go to the line and nail another free throw. She's now 5 of 5 from the line. Arkansas as a team 6 of 7. Make that 7 of 8, and Higginbottom's got 10 points already, and 6 of those points from the free throw line. Higginbottom going to get a little bit of a breather as Stotine will come back into the ball game. It'll be McFall who will take it up the floor under 2.5 minutes to play. State with a 6-point lead, 19-13. Kick it out. Poe out top of the key. Now to Jerkayla Jordan, top of the key. She loses the basketball a little bit. Gets back with it and will drive left-handed layup, and good. Nice job from Jerkayla Jordan recovering from losing the basketball, able to drive it and get 2 points for State. 21-13 Bulldogs. Stotine with it, top of the key. She'll kick it out, right or left wing rather, to Archer. She'll try a tough short corner floater, won't go. Tough rebound from Jerkayla Jordan, and she'll take it up the floor. State with a good defensive stop there. Now they've got a 3 in the offensive end. That one too far from Destiny McFall. A long rebound gathered by Medina Okot. She'll get it out and try to get it to Poe, but the ball's turned over. Now Archer in trouble. They'll call a jump ball. Possession will be Arkansas. Possession Arkansas. Okot kind of got put in a tough spot there, Connor, with, she was kind of trapped in the corner, tried to make a pass out and then turned it over, but, State does get the jump ball, even though it does go back to Arkansas.
It's a little bit difficult when you should have bounced past there. That's all I'm saying. You should have bounced past in the opposite direction.
Higginbottom now with it after the inbound pass working, and she'll stop. Here come Razorbacks down the floor, and they won't get it. They'll turn the ball over. They give it to Prater. Prater, nice move inside and gets it to go. A beautiful move from Prater, and a layup good. Higginbottom takes it up the floor now. She'll go up with a layup and gets fouled by Destiny McFall, and she will go back to the line where she has worked all night long.
Well, you see Higginbottom's number on her jersey tie. Says 3, right?
Number 3.
Looked like she took that many steps before she came up with the basketball on that layup. I got these glasses on. I can see pretty well, and I'm no mathematician, but I can count to 3.
I don't know. It looked clean to me, Connor. I don't know. I need to get the glasses checked. It looked clean to me. Higginbottom, by the way, nailed the first one. It's all right, Connor. Higginbottom nails the second one, so 8 points of her 12 tonight from the line. It's 23-15 Mississippi State. Denham DeShields back in the game. She'll come up the floor now, gives it to Debrecia Poe. Now back to DeShields. DeShields dribbling it now, hands to Jordan. Jordan out of Prater, now kicks it over left wing. Debrecia Poe now to Prater. Prater shot fake, gets her jumping, goes inside Medina Ocott. The height advantage is crucial for her there as she collects the pass high and goes up with it high, and for 2 for State.
Okay, Ocott.
Higginbottom working, driving the lane again. She's going to be fouled again. I mean, State has got however many fouls, like 9 fouls at this point.
You got 8, yeah.
And about more than half of them have been fouling Izzy Higginbottom. I mean, we are being really physical on her tonight. I like being physical against their best player. You just got to make sure your foul count doesn't get too high. I mean, Arkansas was in the bonus, with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and even though this is not a foul where the bonus would come into play, it's still, sending her to the line again, and she nails another one. My guess is she's going to be 10 for 10 from the line after this, and yeah, she nails both. So 10 for 10 from the line for Izzy Higginbottom. It's a 14-point night for her already, and we're just in the first quarter. State with just over 40 seconds has in the offensive end. Jordan with it, now to Debrecia Poe, now over to Chandler Prater on the left wing. She'll get it to Jordan, who just couldn't catch the basketball. Here comes Izzy Higginbottom. Will move to the right side, kicks out. No shot there from Stotine, and she'll reset. About 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Stotine will find a lane, drives it, and the shot's no good, but the ball is going to go out of Mississippi State. They were trying to gather the rebound underneath. And it'll stay with Arkansas. Shot clock now off, and 18.5 seconds on the game clock. Higginbottom is going to trigger the inbound on the baseline. She'll get it out to Ojenyua. Now to Higginbottom on the left wing, guarded by Chandler Prater. Gets a screen from Ojenyua. Good defense from Montague. She went over that screen right there and was able to use it. It was kind of like a brick wall Higginbottom ran into, and she just lost the basketball, and there's a turnover. We talked about forcing turnovers from her. She commits one right there, her first of the night.
I'd be scared if I had a big woman right next to me, too.
Denham DeShields, top of the key. Now to Poe. Poe going to try and hit a buzzer beater. She does. A 3-ball outside.
Way to end it.
Yes, it is. That will finish the quarter off. State with a 28-point first quarter. They shot 55% from the field, from 3, 44%, and it's a 28-17 Mississippi State lead over Arkansas after the first quarter. Connor, kind of your thoughts from the first quarter here at the Humphrey Coliseum.
I got 2 things I want to touch on. First of all, they kind of correlate with each other. If you look at our players right now, we have 3 Lady Bulldogs with 2 fouls apiece. That cannot happen in the first quarter. If that trend continues, you won't be able to finish the game because your butt will be on the bench. Because you are fouling so much, 11 of Arkansas's 17 points have come from the charity stripe. I love the aggression by the Lady Bulldogs, but you have to tone it down just a little bit, especially when it's against Izzy Higginbottom.
Yeah, I guess that was just kind of the mindset going into this game, is be physical against her. State, 92nd in the nation, but 4th, though, in the SEC in fouls per game. So they don't foul as much. I just guess maybe that was the MO for Sam Purcell's team coming into this ball game, is we want to be physical on the basketball tonight. and we'll just see what happens from there. Offensively, State has had a great quarter. Like I said, 55% from the field, 44% from three. It's just been great for State. So, and if you want to look at it in a positive way defensively, you only allowed 17 points, right? But 11 of those were from the free throw line. So, 6 points that were from the field. So you can't be mad at your defense from the field. You were just maybe a little too physical. Like you said, maybe dial it down just a hair, and, probably they won't score as much for the rest of the ball game. We're going to take a break from the Humphrey Coliseum. It is Mississippi State, a 28-17 lead over the Arkansas Razorbacks. You're listening to Mississippi State women's basketball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network.
Judgment Day comes. Yeah.
From the Humphrey Coliseum here on the campus of Mississippi State University. A short break there, but we're back for the second quarter at State with a 28-17 lead. And here we go. Denham DeShields with the basketball for State. It'll be Chandler Prater on the left elbow. Now to Jacayla Jordan working on the low block. A small guard there working underneath. She'll go up with the shot. It won't go. Rebound Arkansas. Here comes Izzy Higginbottom. She's got 14 points so far. Now they get it out to Stotine. Stotine going to kick it out. Here comes Arkansas on a layup now. No good. Rebound Montague. Shot was no good there from Sanchez Cerquera. And it'll be State up the floor now. Denham DeShields will hand it off Prater. Going to fake a three. Goes left elbow. Shoots and in and out right there. Tough luck for Chandler Prater. Got a good look. Just didn't get it to fall. Here comes Higginbottom down the floor. Now they'll get it to Sanchez Cerquera. Now outside of the right wing to Stotine. Stotine going to drive inside the lane. Gets it to go. A kiss off the glass and inside the rim there.
Showtime for Stotine.
Yeah, that was nice. It was a nice layup. And State now with the offensive end to Jacayla Jordan. Now to Prater. Prater on the right elbow, dribbling left. Now she'll give it to Denham DeShields. 15 on the shot clock for State. Now to DeBrisha Poe on the left wing. Poe working, moving to the block. Kicks it to a cutting Prater, and they tried to go look back door for Jacayla Jordan. The pass too high, and it'll be a turnover for Mississippi State. Izzy Higginbottom will take it up the floor for the Razorbacks. Now she'll get it over to Johnson. Johnson at the top of the key. To Stotine. No, that's Higginbottom. Higginbottom with it. And she'll get over to Sanchez Cerquera. The shot up, no good. Ball fought for. It's going to be out on, waiting a call here to be out on Arkansas, and it'll go with Mississippi State.
I don't think the ref knew who hit it last. I think she was trying to look at the scoreboard or the replay board or something to figure out what had happened there.
DeShields will take it up as State has the ball. Ball on the left wing. DeShields going to drive, a quick first step. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line for two.
These are going to be the first free throw. Yeah, it's going to be the first free throw attempt for the Lady Bulldogs tonight. They haven't attempted any tonight.
Mississippi State, or rather Denham DeShields, really good free throw shooter on the year. 33 out of 38. That's 87% on the year. So been a good free throw shooter for Mississippi State. I just announced her, Jinkster. Of course, makes sense.
Come on, Ty.
Have I not learned from all my...
You should have learned by now.
Thank God she made the second one.
Made the second one.
29-19 Mississippi State. Now just under 8 minutes to go in the first half, second quarter here from the Humphrey Coliseum. Izzy Higginbottom will kick it out to Sanchez Cerquera, who gets it stolen by Debrisha Poe. Poe will work the fast break, gets it to DeShields on the other end. Layup will fall. That was a great find from Poe. She went from right to left with the pass, and DeShields got the layup to fall.
Love that type of basketball right there. Making points off turnovers, baby.
Stotine with it, guarded by DeShields. She gets a screen. Now Stotine stopped at the free throw line. Now she'll get it to a cutting Sanchez Cerquera. Can't get the layup to go, but a putback is good by Galea. Galea with the rebound and the putback, and Arkansas cuts the lead back to 10. Now Poe with it, the offensive end, gets it to Prater on the right wing. 20 on the shot clock, and Prater turns the ball over. Here comes Stotine in the fast break. DeShields can't do anything defensively, and Stotine with a fast break layup and cuts the lead now to single digits. We'll get a timeout from Sam Purcell. You talked about when we took that break there, Connor, Mississippi State with turnovers. They have 7 on the night tonight, but their turnover rate is
Over a quarter.
Yeah, 26% of their possessions are turnovers. So over a quarter, every fourth possession is a turnover. So and we talked about that pregame. That's something Mississippi State has got to clean up if they want to be one of the top basketball teams in the Southeastern Conference. Not just the Southeastern Conference, though, but, the NC2A.
I love hearing turnover when it's not my own team. If we're turning over the ball, I don't want to hear that. When you're turning over the ball over a quarter of your possessions, come on now. What kind of ball game we playing here? We have to play more secure offensively. It's too careless. We're playing too careless offensively. Some of these ladies are trying to be too much of heroes. I'm seeing less and less passes because you have that 8-0 lead. Your head gets a little bit inflated, and now you're thinking, hey, I can 1v5. It don't matter if you're playing Arkansas. It don't matter if you're playing Arkansas State. It don't matter if you're playing high school in Arkansas. You ain't going to win in 1v5. You could be playing a middle school in Arkansas. You ain't going to win in 1v5. We got to play more secure offensively and start using the team. You see that teamwork makes the dream work. Those first 8 points were indicative of it. Emulate that for the rest of the game. You'll beat Arkansas.
Yeah, we just harping on turnovers, but that's really, when you face it, that's been the issue with this team all year. That's why they've struggled to stay in ball games, just because they've turned it over too much. Against this previous Sunday against LSU, they had 19 turnovers. Against Missouri, you didn't have as many turnovers. You only had 12, but you lost that game basically because of the other issue, which has been free throw shooting this year. Just kind of looking at some other games on the year, even against Auburn, which you beat by 40, you turned the ball over 19 times. Imagine not turning the ball over 19 times. Obviously, that's it's just a theoretical. But golly, you would have beat them by 50 if you wouldn't have turned it over 19 times.
Maybe even more than that.
Yeah, maybe more. And we mentioned 23 against Ole Miss, 20 against South Carolina. Those are games that you could have won at home and that you had the lead in at home and, for a good amount of time, and you just hadn't been able to because you turned the ball over too much. So, that's the big thing. State's just got to clean them up.
You got to stop playing careless, Ty. That's what it boils down to.
Exactly. Destiny McFall in the game, and she'll bring it up for State. I'll move it to the left wing now. McFall will hand it off to Anaya Russell. Russell going to work on the left elbow, spins inside, gets the layup up inside the paint, won't fall. Rebound Arkansas, and here comes Higginbottom of Arkansas. She's guarded by McFall. She's going to try and move to the rack. Kicks it outside. They'll swing it over to the right side. It's going to be Johnson. Johnson driving inside the lane. Ball stripped away from her by Denim DeShields. DeShields running a 2-on-1 fast break. She'll put it up. Layup no good. It really wasn't a good-looking shot. And here comes Arkansas with Stotine with it on the left wing. She's guarded by Debrisha Poe. Stotine with 20 on the shot clock, and she'll pull up a top of the key three. And they're going to call a illegal screen, I believe, on the Razorbacks. I think that's going to be on Galea, Danica Galea with the illegal screen, and it'll be a turnover for the Razorbacks. So Denim DeShields will take it up the floor for State. just over 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. State up 31-23. It's going to be Poe who's going to get it on a quick three ball just left of the top of the key, and it falls. Good shot, DeBrisha Poe.
Preach.
34-23. Mississippi State leads now after the three ball from DeBrisha. It's going to be Izzy Higginbottom with the basketball. She'll move right side after getting a screen. She'll kick it out to Lawrence. Lawrence on DeBrisha Poe, struggling to dribble, but they'll end up passing it inside to Galea, and Galea gets the follow to go. 34-25. Under 5.5 to play. Arkansas, 3 of their last 3 from the field. State within the offensive end. Jerkayla Jordan, that's Destiny McFall. She'll cross over, dribble, right-hand layup, up and good. 36-25 MSU.
She used that nice top right corner of that glass. The backboard is your friend, Ty.
Izzy Higginbottom will take it up now. She moves to the left side. Gets over to Lawrence, now to Higginbottom again. She'll move left, gets it stripped from her. And she's going to get fouled while trying to bring it down the floor in transition there. In the NBA, that'd be a transition take foul, and you'd have them at the line for 1 free throw. Higginbottom just probably a little frustrated right there, and she commits the personal foul. It's Higginbottom's second foul of the night. Bates is checked into the game. She will replace Carly Johnson of Arkansas, and State will inbound it to DeShields on the left side. And DeShields working top of the key now. Right wing now to Nia Russell, top of the key. Russell moving inside the lane, goes up with it, trying to draw a foul. It's a wild shot, and it won't go. Rebound Arkansas. Here comes Higginbottom with it again in transition. Right wing now to Lawrence, top of the key. Good swing pass, but the three ball won't go, and Nia Russell comes in, knocks it around, and tips the rebound to DeShields. DeShields are working the offensive end. They'll kick it to Russell on the right wing. She's trying to drive and loses the basketball. Another turnover for State. Higginbottom a one-on-one on DeBrisha Poe. And she gets the layup to go and one. A fantastic play in transition working on DeBrisha Poe. Izzy Higginbottom with the layup, and she'll go to the line to try and extend her point total to 17 on the night.
Everybody's got to stop trying to be a hero, Ty. Why in the world, if you have 3 on the perimeter, 2 of them are open in the corner, why are you trying to lay it up on 3 girls? Go ahead and reset your offense, throw it back out to the corner, and see what happens. You can't play hero. You can't win 1-on-3 basketball. It just won't happen.
Higginbottom will shoot her 11th free throw of the night, and it'll fall. She's 11 of 11 from the line and has 17 points tonight. Denham DeShields will take it up the floor for State. State guarding an 8-point lead. Destiny McFall now to Jerkayla Jordan, who has it at the top of the key. Jerkayla Jordan pointing out signals, and she'll go to work on the offensive end. Shoots a contested mid-range shot off back iron, no good. Rebound Arkansas. Here comes Izzy Higginbottom. Under 4 minutes to play here. State again up 36-28. Higginbottom will work the lane. Tries to go up with a layup, won't go. Ball knocked out. It'll go out on Arkansas. Danica Galea knocked it out of the hands of Medina Oka.
Bad communication on defense there. That shot shouldn't have even been attempted.
Yeah, but it was a tough shot now. I thought State did at least a decent job in recovering. It was a tough shot for Higginbottom there, but State will go to work on the offensive side. It'll be Prater with it now to DeShields, and they'll get it into Medina Okot, working on Galea, and Okot turns the ball over. Here comes Higginbottom. She'll stop ball, kicks it over to Stotine. Her 3 ball up, too far, and rebound Mississippi State. Here comes Chandler Prater. Ball on the right wing. She's guarded by Higginbottom. She'll drive the lane, kick out Destiny McFall. State will reset. Under 20 on the shot clock. Now Prater looking inside Medina Okot. She'll kick it out as she drew Izzy Higginbottom, and it's a Chandler Prater 3. Good find for Medina Okot. She drew the defense out from outside to inside, and she gets a 3 to fall.
Look what happens when you don't try to play 3-on-1 basketball. You get a 3 in the corner wide open.
Higginbottom with it now on the offensive end. State's lead back out double digits, up 11. Higginbottom will drive and shoot from the elbow. The shot won't count, though. It's going to be a foul on Mississippi State. Destiny McFall, she's got 3 fouls now, and she might need to check out of the ball game. We see if she will right now, and she will. DeBrisha Poe will come into the game, and McFall take a seat. So she's been overly physical She's going to take a seat. She probably won't play again for the rest of the half, most definitely.
That's 10 fouls tonight, Ty.
Inbound for Arkansas. Now Stotine with it. Now a wide open Jenna Lawrence underneath. State just lost her, and she laid it up with the right hand easily. 39-30 Mississippi State. Denham to Shields now to DeBrisha Poe, now to Chandler Prater, right wing. State working around. You get a wide open right wing three. Maybe figured she'd take it there. She doesn't. Gives it to DeShields, who instead will probe the lane. Now they'll get it to her on a catch and shoot three. Won't go. Rebound Medina Okot. She'll go up with the left hand. Gets it to go. Really nice play from Medina Okot.
Got to keep this lead. This can't be a South Carolina game again, Ty.
Higginbottom with it on the offensive end. Right wing. Guarded by Chandler Prater. Now they'll get it to Lawrence, who has an open three. State with a little miscommunication on defense, but the shot won't go. Rebound to Shields. She'll bring it down the floor. Has it top of the key. Gives it to Poe. Poe will try a three. That's where she hit the buzzer beater before at the end of the first quarter, and she hits that one again from the same exact spot.
That's her sweet spot.
Higginbottom will drive. Step back from the free throw line. No good. Fans wanted to push off, didn't get it, but the shot didn't go, so it really didn't matter. Mississippi State up the floor now. Poe will shoot again, a left side three. Good! DeBrisha Poe is hot.
Woo! 3 for 3 in the same exact spot. Preach, DeBrisha.
4 for 4 from the field, all those being from the three-point line. She's got 15 tonight, actually 5 of 5. And it's a 17-point lead for State, their largest of the night. Higginbottom with it. Now to Stotine. Over a minute to play here in the second quarter. Stotine going to drive on Okot. Now gets it inside. Ball is blocked by DeBrisha Poe. She is everywhere tonight. Prater going to drive on the fast break. Gets it to Poe. Now kicks it to Jordan. A wide open three. Won't go. Off back iron. Rebound Arkansas. They survived that blow right there. And here come the Razorbacks. It's going to be Lawrence with an open three. That's a long three, and it's no good off front iron. She was a little short with that one. Prater has the basketball. 2 Razorbacks set to check in if there is a break in the action. State.
DeBrisha tying her shoe.
She was, as she has the basketball, and she'll kick it to Chandler Prater. 30 seconds on the game clock, 12 on the shot clock now. They get it to Okot, and she gets that one to somehow fall. A really nice shot from Medina Okot.
I never seen a granny shot made in real basketball now. I thought we played that in pig now.
It kind of did look like a granny shot there. She got it to go, though. Arkansas might play for the last shot here. 10 on the game clock. Shot clock is off. Higginbottom with the basketball. I feel like, yeah, she would be the one to take the shot. Higginbottom still going to work. She's fouled on the floor. And so she'll go to the line. A foul on Jerkayla Jordan of Mississippi State.
She's a bad mamma jamma. Oh, Higginbottom. She is just on it today.
Yeah, I mean, she'll finish with, if I had to, if she hits a three here, she would have finished with 20 in the first half. She's been all Arkansas could ask for today. Trying to get the inbound in. Is it a 5-second violation? It is. Great inbound defense from Mississippi State.
Well, now you got 4.3 seconds on the game clock, Ty. I wonder if Jerkayla Jordan's going to take this last shot from Mississippi State. But for me, I'd want DeBrisha to take it.
DeBrisha is going to be the inbounder, and they're going to get it into the Shields. The Shields running up the floor. 2 on the game clock. 1, they'll get it to Poe. A half-court shot up. Oh, way short. No good. But State ends the quarter in the first half on a 10-0 run. It's a 49-30 lead, their largest of the ball game, 19 points. Mississippi State, just an overall pretty good first half there from the Bulldogs, Connor.
There's a lot I can take from the first half. There's a lot I can take kind of bad from the first half. But what I want to do is I want to start on the high notes. DeBrisha Poe, 15 points. She's 5 for 5 from the 3. That's been the saving grace today. You thought you kind of had the lead a little bit shorter. You kind of closed the gap just a little bit with Higginbottom. But then DeBrisha Poe came out, guns a-blazing, shot 5 threes with 15 points on the board.
Yeah, she's been fantastic in her 16 minutes of play tonight. Like you said, 5 of 5 from 3, 5 of 5 from the field. That's her only shots have been from 3, so 15 points for her tonight. She's been good. A couple of other Bulldogs have been good. We'll talk about that at the halftime. show Mississippi State with a 49-30 lead over the Arkansas Razorbacks. We got about 5 minutes until we'll come back on. It'll give us about 5 to catch our breath a little bit here. So in about 5 minutes, we'll be back for the halftime show on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. You're listening to Mississippi State basketball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network.
Now in darkness, world stops turning. Ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power. And as God has struck the hour, day of judgment, God is calling. Underneath the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah.
Place to be since I was 19. You can find me, maroon and white tee. Stay grinding, you're not on my team to get behind me and stay behind. You will play behind. Man, I'm in a Mississippi state of mind, and this state of mind ain't a greater time. Take a break in line and just take what's mine. It's an our state, our place, and you can see that it's written on our face. This is our break, our race, and if you ain't with it, get out of our way. Now stand up in your seat, sling a cowbell to the beat. Got 3-6 on my cheek, my boy MB gonna rest in peace.
We just left the being in cowbell to the wind, and this maroon and white is blending like
like I'm Two-Face. I'll be denting my friends up in the tent, and you know they Mississippi, and we coming for your heart. So before we start, gonna put a stint in. My state of mind is a place for these dime rhymes to mint in, and if you cross the line, that's the place that they're gonna be spent in. I'm looking at the Mississippi women in the district, got me grinning. You step up in the pen, man, you probably gon' get hit.
MSU, and we about to roll, and everywhere we go, we taking control. We MSU, and when that whistle blow, you already know that we gon' show. 'Cause we MSU, and we about to roll, and everywhere we go, we taking control. We MSU, and when that whistle blow, you already know that we gon' show. 'Cause we
We on the
MSU.
Star Vegas, we got that bar, baby. And all ladies breaking hearts, they call it Sean Braden. That identity, some crisis left you lifeless like your sparks. They need to decide who you are, move side, 'cause this state is ours, baby. Star crazy coming to pound, man, we drooling. You looking like a new kid in town, you gon' get bullied. You better draw back, bruh, we on the attack, bruh. We dogs award, we coming forward, you can see that it's written on the dog tag.
And we ain't listening to what you think we gon' do. 'Cause either way we coming for you. And it don't matter how we do, we gonna stay true.
Cause that's true maroon and that's through and through. Cause from that L-I-S-S-I, the steak from the stands with a plate and my hands full of cheese fries. S-S-I, cause I beat me, you know that we believe. Hit the street when we're ready, check me eat on the Yeti, you can see that we're reppin' S-T-A-T-E till we D-I-E. Every place that we step in, so rap that in maroon and white. We're gonna rule the night, we're gonna do the fight song all the way down Main and 9. Gonna make it back to maroon tonight, but wherever my head lands. Long as that golden edge still stands behind that glass, I don't have to ask. Know we adding who I am, we MSU.
And we about to roll, and everywhere we go, we taking control. We MSU, and when that whistle blow, you already know that we gon' show. 'Cause we MSU, and we about to roll, and everywhere we go, we taking control. We MSU, and when that whistle blow, you already know that we gon' show. 'Cause we MSU.
We are back on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. Mississippi State women's basketball brought to you from the Humphrey Coliseum on the campus of Mississippi State University. It was a good first half for the Bulldogs, coming off of 2 losses on the road, back at the hump against an Arkansas team that is had a struggling year. I believe 9-12 on the year, 2-7 in SEC play. We'll go over just a little bit of a statistical breakdown of the half here. State shot 53% from the field to Arkansas's 35%. State was 53% from three-point range, and Arkansas was 0%, 0 of 8 for the Razorbacks. State 50%, only shot 2 free throws, though, so 1 of 2. Arkansas was 92% from the free throw line, 12 of 13, with 11 of those makes coming from Izzy Higginbottom. 9 turnovers for Mississippi State in the first half, 11 for the Razorbacks of Arkansas. 15 points off of turnovers for State and 7 points off turnovers for the Razorbacks. State with 21 total rebounds, controlling the glass by a margin of 7. 14 rebounds total for Arkansas. 15 defensive rebounds for State, 6 offensive for State, 12 defensive rebounds for Arkansas, and 2 offensive rebounds for the Razorbacks. 8 second chance points for State, 2 second chance for Arkansas. 10 bench points for the Bulldogs, 7 for Arkansas, 24 points in the paint for State, 16 for the Razorbacks. State had 6 points in the fast break, 8 for Arkansas, 2 blocks for State, no blocks for Arkansas, 7 steals for State, 6 for Arkansas, 12 assists for the Bulldogs, 3 for the Razorbacks. Arkansas never led that first half. State led it for 19 minutes, 33 seconds. The game was obviously tied to begin it. But, yeah, State led or tied the entire half there. Connor, what did you think about that first half from Mississippi State?
You want me to tell you how you win this ball game, Ty? What did I tell you before? if you leave space between Izzy Higginbottom and that basket, she will make it just about every time. Look at how well she's been shooting tonight. She is, right now, perfect from the charity stripe. And she has 17 points on the night. She's 3 for 5 from the field, not shooting any three-pointers. You have to kind of change your scheme and change what you wanted to do going into this game. We said, hey, you got to win the turnover battle. That has not been a possibility today. I've heard turnover more times in my life than I can count tonight. But if you just leave Arkansas behind the perimeter, you will win this game. 0 for 8 in the first half. They have not made a three-point. Every single one of their points have come from ones and twos, Ty. We haven't had a single three. It's like we're playing blackjack in NBA 2K down there. We're doing twos and ones. Leave them behind the perimeter. Probability is on your side, Ty. 0% from behind the three-point line, That seems like a pretty good percentage to go and win this ball game and keep your 19-point lead.
Yeah, State is, though, winning the turnover battle, I will say, although they've turned it over 9 times. Arkansas has 11 turnovers. The thing with Izzy Higginbottom tonight is she's really just driven the basketball. That's been what she's tried to do, is drive it into the lane and try and, force a foul, get a layup to go, maybe get an and one opportunity. She's only a 39% is still good. She's a 39% three-point shooter. There's a couple shooters on this team you really don't want to leave open. But, State has guarded the arc well, I think. Arkansas's had a couple of open shots, but you're right, they just hadn't been able to knock them down. So I think maybe if you give them a little bit of space and maybe try and see what they decide and do, maybe. But, I don't mind the physical nature of the ball game, especially with how you're performing on the offensive side of the ball. If your offense can't really back it up, then I don't see why you would continue to be physical defensively. I think you'd have to, move to a smarter, strategy rather than being as physical. But offensively, we've been really good tonight. 53% from the field, and 53% from three. So other than the turnovers, State has been fantastic on the offensive side of the ball. So I honestly think you can keep playing as long as you're able to back it up on the offensive side of the ball. Just let's look at a couple of, players from this first half. We'll start with Arkansas. Stotine had 6 for the Razorbacks. Higginbottom had 17. Galea had 5, and Lawrence had 2. Those are the only scores of the night for the Razorbacks. It's been all Izzy Higginbottom tonight. For Mississippi State, Connor, DeShields has 3. Jordan has 6. Prater has 9. Okot has 6. Debrisha Poe, who we talked about before the break, before the halftime show, has 15 with 5 3 balls. Destiny McFall with 5. And Haya Russell with 3. Montague with 2. Thomas, the only Bulldog that's played minutes and hadn't scored. So everybody's kind of getting the love, but it has kind of been the Debrisha Poe show tonight.
You got to change your defensive scheme, Ty. I know you had originally what you thought was going to happen. Sam Purcell, he's got to tell these Lady Bulldogs, hey, we're going to stay in front of that three-point line the entire rest of the game defensively. And if you can do that, I promise you will win this ball game. You have seen what they've done behind that three-point line. And guess what, Ty? Easter's coming up. Not too long. We got a couple more months before Easter hits. What's the Easter Bunny known for, Ty?
Well, I don't get into the Easter Bunny now. But the Easter Bunny's got the Easter eggs, I guess.
The eggs, baby, and that's what's in that column for the three-point for Arkansas Razorbacks. You keep behind, that big old goose egg, that golden goose egg. You keep behind that three-point line, I promise you will win this ball game. Come on, Sam Purcell.
Well, we're just about set here for the second half. Mississippi State, like we said, leads at 49-30, trying to shake off 2 recent losses on the road. Lost to Missouri in heartbreaking fashion with a buzzer beater, and lost to a tough Louisiana State squad in Baton Rouge. Kim Mulkey and the Fighting Tigers down there are having another fantastic year.
Kim Mulkey's great, by the way.
Yes, she is a great basketball coach for sure. Arkansas will have it out of the inbound, and it'll be Higginbottom with the basketball. Higginbottom with it at the top of the key. She'll drive, stops at the right elbow, looking for somebody to pass to, gets it out to Stotine. Stotine with it at the top of the key. Now kicks it to Higginbottom. Higginbottom driving. Shot up, fading, and it's rattling around the rim, and it won't go. Rebound by Okot, and DeShields has it now in the front court for State. Now to Chandler Prater, now to Debrecia Poe. Poe to Jordan. Jordan moving to her right, stops at the top of the key, crosses over, now gets it out. Chandler Prater, a left wing three up, no good. Ball fought for by both the Bulldogs and the Razorbacks, but it'll be tipped out last by Mississippi State. And Arkansas will have it. They'll inbound it on the baseline, actually right in the corner by the Mississippi State bench. State been bringing some backcourt pressure. We'll see how Arkansas attacks it. It'll be a simple inbound. State's kind of brought some pressure, but has sort of backed off after the inbound. Stotine has it guarded by Jerkayla Jordan. Now a minute into this third quarter. Higginbottom with the basketball now to Medina Okot guarding her. Now to Stotine. Now they'll kick it left wing. It'll be Thomas that'll drive inside. Excuse me, that's Johnson, rather. Johnson. Now out to Stotine, driving left side. Her shot up, no good, but a foul on the shot. Both players down for State, Jordan and Stotine. They'll get up. They'll actually call it was an offensive foul, Offensive foul.
Oh, wow.
I believe a charge there on Stotine. So it'll be a turnover for the Razorbacks of Arkansas.
I was going to say something about Jerkayla Jordan getting beat and where she was. She was behind that three-point line. It don't look like they're listening to old Connor Davis up here calling the game. I don't know if they can hear me.
Well, Mike Neighbors was talking about that with the referees after. He was kind of wondering what the call was, and I think they might
They're going to review it?
Yeah, they're going to review it. They're going to go to the monitor here, I guess, to see if there was anything extracurricular about that.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Well, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to say anything other than extracurricular.
You don't want to say the F word. That's what we're getting.
No. I can't do that on the BSSN. That's not allowed. So meanwhile, what we got going on here? We got some people walking across the floor. Might have something go on while the play is under review. We're in a media timeout. Might as well broadcast whatever this is going on right here.
Are they doing a sack potato race or something? I'm not sure why they're lining up underneath that basket down there.
Well, neither of them have their shoes on. That looked like to be contestants. So I'm wondering.
Maybe tying their shoes together and having like a two-man race type thing?
I have no idea. Well, now they're going into the tunnel, so I guess they're going to wait till the next media timeout.
What could possibly go wrong putting people without shoes in the tunnel?
I don't know.
Like, what's going on?
I don't know what they were planning on doing, but not going to do it right now. So look at the play.
Oh.
It doesn't. Let's see. I think they're looking at when Stotine went up for the floater.
I think
she
Jerkayla Jordan might have fouled her on that shot, Ty.
Yeah, I think so too, but I don't believe they could reverse the call on the floor. I think this is going to stand as just a common foul on Stotine. I think they're looking at when Stotine went up with the floater, her hand that didn't have the basketball in it kind of went down and hit a Bulldog right there. I think that might have been Chandler Prater underneath that took the charge. So it went down and kind of smacked Chandler Prater right on the shoulder. But it looked like it was just a common foul, and it was a common act of basketball. So they actually they're gonna let that play stand. So nothing will come out of that right there.
No F word. No. Just nothing extracurricular. Just I'm gonna keep it at that.
Common foul. Common. So State will inbound it. They'll have the ball. Under 8:45 to go in the third quarter. They're up 49-30. Score has not changed since halftime. Denham DeShields with the basketball. Moving to the right wing. Now I get over to Prater in the right corner. Prater going to drive to her left. On the shot, no good. Rebound Medina Okot. Her shot won't go. Ball tipped around, and it actually went up and almost went in from Jordan, but it won't go. And the rebound for Arkansas gathered. They'll take it up the floor. It's Higginbottom. will cross over on Chandler Prater, stops at the right block. That's going to be a travel.
There you go.
Yeah, she kind of got off balance there. Tried to step through with that foot opposite of the pivot, but she just picked her pivot foot up and couldn't really stop her momentum.
Have you ever noticed the Shields and the Brescia are twinning today? Same
they
white
might.
headbands, same shoes and everything.
Yeah, they both, pretty much. The Shields with the ball. One part of the twin, and she got it to Jordan, who got it stolen from her by Kayla Johnson. Or Carly Johnson, rather. So Arkansas with it with Stotine on the offensive end on the left wing. Stotine top of the key. And she's moving to the right elbow, backs it out, gets it over to Sanchez Cerquera. She'll go up with the floater. It falls, count it, and one. She was fouled on the play, so she'll go to the line. Sanchez Cerquera from the free throw line this year.
First points of the second half.
Yeah, she's a 48% free throw shooter this year, so not the best. That's not really a great mark for, free throws. So the right one to foul, but, after a two, it doesn't really seem like it could be a good foul at all. And she will miss that one, but no box out from anybody, and Arkansas got the rebound underneath. It's Galea. She's still fighting underneath, and Medina Okot going to get called for a foul.
Exactly what we feared happening, Ty, on that was exactly what happened right there. You miss the free throw, you let Arkansas get the rebound, you go back up, they miss, and then you end up fouling them on the second shot.
Yeah, I mean, Okot just didn't box out, pretty much. And Annika Galea was wide open. And
Montague's in now for Okot.
yeah, Montague going to check in for Okot. She'll sit the bench. And Galea misses the first free throw.
You can hear somebody screaming all the way from up here trying to distract.
Yeah,
It didn't work.
It didn't work that time as Galea nails the second free throw. Kind of a smaller crowd tonight, but they are loud at times. They have been loud at times. Destiny McFall with it now to Poe, now to Jordan on the right wing. Jordan going to drive right side, short corner, kicks it out. Chandler Prater fakes the three, goes to the right side, short corner, contested shot. Not the smartest shot, off back iron, no good. Rebound Galea. And here comes Izzy Higginbottom up the floor. 16-point lead for Mississippi State. Higginbottom going to try a three, up, no good, off front iron. Rebound gathered by Jerkayla Jordan. She'll bring it up the floor. She's guarded by Johnson, and she'll kick it over to Prater, cross court, and she'll drive inside from the right side short corner, gets the reverse layup to fall, and the lead back out to 18 now for State.
A little jelly.
Yeah, good shot right there. Good shot right there. Higginbottom with the basketball on the left wing. Now moving to the right. Tried to kick it inside to Galea, but the ball was off a Bulldog leg, and it'll go Mississippi State's way. A turnover for the Razorbacks. It's going to be McFall with the basketball on the left wing. Couple of dribble moves, kicks it out Prater. Prater going to drive to her left to the left elbow. Gets it into Montague. Montague hands it off Jerkayla Jordan. Another reverse layup, this time from Jerkayla Jordan and to the right of the rim. Really nice. State up 20 now. Johnson with the basketball. She'll kick it to Higginbottom. Higginbottom, a free throw line shot, no good. Blocked by Montague. Here comes Chandler Prater up the floor, driving, and she loses the basketball, but it will be out on Arkansas, though. It'll stay with Mississippi State. Prater had a chance there, but just kind of lost the basketball. Luckily, though, it was hit out by the Razorbacks.
I'm going to tell you what, Ty. It's a miracle about what happens when you keep them behind that arc. They still have yet to make a shot behind that place, and when Higginbottom's behind it, she gets a little bit intimidated, and she ends up turning the ball over on a pass down low because she can't get to the basket.
McFall going to trigger the inbound on the baseline. She'll get it to Prater, who will give it back to McFall just inside the three-point line, and the shot is money, like my colleague here, Connor, said. 55-33, Mississippi State. Higginbottom going to pass it to her teammate there, and then back to Higginbottom. Now outside to Sanchez Cerquera. She's moving to the right elbow. Now to Stotine. Stotine gets a screen. Now she looks inside. Ball deflected, and off of Mississippi State, she was looking for Vera Ojenua. And It'll be Arkansas that'll have it. Triggering the inbound from the baseline is Stotan. Looking for somebody to throw to. State guarding the inbound well to get into Ojanua. She's going to work on Montague. Gets the fading shot to fall. Good shot from Ojanua, her first bucket of the day. Destiny McFall with the ball. Grabs at her chin, kind of hinting at what play State will run. And Aya Russell with it at the top of the key, drives right side, goes up a contested layup. She's fouled. Shot won't go, and she'll go to the line for two.
I don't know if the chin was to have Anaya Russell be the hero, but she drew a foul pretty well, and hopefully she drains these two from behind the free throw line.
Medina Okot will check into the game for Montague. Montague will check out for the Bulldogs. 5:09 to play in the third quarter. State with a 55-35 lead over the Razorbacks. Anaya Russell, that one in and out, misses the first free throw. State now 1 for 3 from the line tonight. Russell makes the second, though, so State back to 50%, 2 of 4 from the line. The Bulldogs now claim a 21-point lead. Stotan with it will hand it off to Higginbottom. Hadn't scored any this half. Higginbottom going to drive inside the lane. I say that, she does score. A good shot, though. Contested shot inside the lane. She got it to fall from the SEC logo. Lead under 20 now. McFall takes on the offensive end, and a contested layup from her is good. Some contact there, no foul called, but the shot will go.
As Patrick Beverly says, too small on that one, Ty.
Stotan with the offensive end for the Razorbacks. Kick it out to Sanchez Cerquera. Fans wanted to walk. Stotan gets the ball back from Sanchez Cerquera. She has it on the left wing. She'll reset the offense now with 10 on the shot clock. She'll drive left, guarded by Okot. She's got a little space, pops a mid-range shot, no good. Ball tipped by Sanchez Cerquera to Medina Okot, who gets the rebound. That's McFall up the floor on the left side. Now to Anaya Russell. Russell wanting to hand it off the Poe. She does. The ball on the right wing. Poe drives with a little space, shoots it from the free throw line. Won't go, off back iron. Her first miss of the night. Stotan was trying to get the rebound. It went out of her hands, and it went off her legs and out of bounds, and it'll be Mississippi State basketball. We will take a timeout. Mississippi State with a 58-37 lead with 4:01 to play in the third quarter. Bulldogs with a well-needed ball game, or well-needed win tonight, looking like they're going to definitely take care of the Razorbacks tonight. It's a well-needed win for State, who struggled as of late, 1 in 4 in their last 5 games. 58-37, Mississippi State in the third quarter, 4:01 to play. You're listening to Mississippi State women's basketball for the Bulldogs Student Sports Network.
Well, the party was nice, the party was pumping. And everybody having a ball. Until the fellas started name calling. And the girls respond to the call. I hear a woman shout out,
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
I see the dance people had a ball push. Billy Fountains get out. Get back, Gruffy, bash Gruffy. Get back, you flea infested mongrel. Gonna tell myself I man no get angry. Two Eddie cars calling them K9. Hey, but they tell me, hey man, start up the party. You put a woman in front and a man behind. I heard a woman shout out,
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
say, a doggy is nothing if he don't have a bone.
Oh, doggy, hold your phone. Oh, doggy, hold it.
A doggy is nothing if he don't have a bone.
Oh, doggy, hold your phone. Oh, doggy, hold it.
Who
Scruffy, get back, you flea-infested mongrel.
Well, if I am a dog, the party is on. I gotta get my groove on, got my mind, I'm gone. Do you see the rays coming from my eye?
Back at the Humphrey Coliseum here, State with a 58-37 lead. Bully in the house tonight. He was just on the camera getting a treat live on camera here in the Jumbotron at the Humphrey Coliseum. State fans here at the Hump getting a treat tonight as their Bulldogs claim a 21-point lead over the Razorbacks. State will have the basketball after the ball went out of bounds off the legs of Stotine. And so Prater will inbound it to Destiny McFall. McFall to Russell, 10 on the shot clock for State. Russell driving the lane, and just a wild attempt of a shot. It won't go, and the ball is going to be fought for, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay, or will keep it with Mississippi State. 6 seconds on the shot clock for the Bulldogs.
I'm wondering if you're getting to DeBreach right here.
McFall will inbound it to Prater. McFall now with the basketball back from Prater. Tries a three, won't go. Ball going to be tipped out by Arkansas. And it'll stay with Mississippi State. Poe was fighting for it along with Higginbottom. I think Poe might have got hit in the eye there. She shrugs it off. She's all right. And McFall inbound it for State on the baseline. She gets it to Poe in the left side corner, driving down the left side baseline. Shot off back iron, no good. Just a little bit too far. Rebound for Lawrence, and here comes Higginbottom of Arkansas. Higginbottom will stop, pop, three, up and good. That's Higginbottom's first three of the night and her first points. Actually, her first, she's got 5 points this half, so.
So first three for Arkansas all
Yeah,
night.
first three for Arkansas all night. 22 points now for Higginbottom. Prater with it in the low post for State. She turns it over. Here comes Archer of Arkansas. Archer down the floor, fouled by Anaya Russell from behind, and Archer will go to the line looking for her first points of the night. This has been the promised land for Arkansas tonight. 16 free throw attempts for them. They're 13 of 16 from there and 81%.
14 fouls from Mississippi State tonight as Arkansas has 7. That's not a margin you want to be in favor of.
Yeah, I mean, might be really the only thing you can point at is, State has fouled a little bit too much tonight. Also, the turnovers have been kind of an issue. Archer misses her first free throw. But like I said earlier, maybe the kind of MO from Mississippi State tonight was to come out and be aggressive. That second free throw misses from Archer, but it was a lane violation on MSU, so she'll get another one. But, maybe just kind of the game plan tonight was come out, be really aggressive. And, if it comes with fouls, it comes with fouls. That's how it is. But State is obviously – Archer has that one missed. State has obviously prospered tonight. They lead the game by 18. Destiny McFall with it deep at the top of the key. She'll give it to Okot coming from the paint. Okot dribbling to the right elbow. Stops, pulls up her dribble. She'll try and shoot it. Can't get it. Follows through. Her miss. Gets her own rebound. Gets the shot to go. And one. A blocking foul called on the floor. Okot will head to the line. That one on Izzy Higginbottom. She gets up slowly, and Medina Okot will head to the line.
That's Higginbottom's third foul of the night. She's getting there, Ty. She's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, if she fouls out, Arkansas would find themselves in a whole lot of trouble.
They might find themselves in a Higginbottomless pit.
You never
too
fail
much?
to amaze me, Connor. I mean, that was impressive what you just did right there. Shot no good by Okot, but Jerkayla Jordan grabs the miss, but she kind of gets in trouble there and loses it from Higginbottom. She'll create a steal, and she'll take it up the floor. She'll drive the ball now and tries to find her teammate outside. Will instead use her pivot, work, and try a layup. Won't go. Ball tipped around with a rebound and ends up going to the hands of Medina Okot. Now Anaya Russell will kick it up floor to McFall. Now back to Russell, driving left elbow. She's working inside the paint, gets it down low to Okot. Okot goes up, shot kind of up in the air. It's an air ball, won't go. Rebound, Jenna Lawrence of Arkansas, and she gets it to Higginbottom, her teammate, and the Razorbacks will bring it up the floor.
Keep Higginbottom behind that perimeter line.
She is going to pass it to Lawrence, guarded by the guard, Jerkayla Jordan. She'll hand it back off to Higginbottom. 8 on the shot clock for the Hogs. Higginbottom going to drive. Looking to kick out. Anaya Russell playing fantastic defense, but fouls her from behind with half a second on the shot clock. Just not a good foul right there. You get so much time, or so little time rather, on the shot clock, and you foul her that late. The shot even missed anyway, so just not a good foul from Anaya Russell there. She won't check out, but Medina Okite will check out for Montague of Mississippi State.
There were 3 Bulldogs on Higginbottom that shot attempt.
Yeah, played at Higginbottom, nails the first free throw. Played good defense up until the end. You didn't have to foul right there. It's a tough shot anyway. But you give her 2 free throws, she's going to knock those down.
She continues to stay perfect.
Yeah, exactly. 13 of 13 from the line, 24 for the Razorback star tonight. It's a 60-42 lead for State. They have it on the offensive end. It's Anaya Russell on the right elbow. Steps back now, gives it over to Jacayla Jordan. Hot pass. Jordan handles it. Going to work on Jenna Lawrence underneath. It's going to be a foul on the floor. It's going to be on, I believe, on Lawrence on the floor. So the shot went in, but it didn't count. So the foul will be on Lawrence on the floor, and State going to inbound it underneath on the baseline.
That's Lawrence's first foul of the night. She's not in foul trouble, but Higginbottom and Ojenyua has 3 on the night.
McFall looking to inbound, and she gets it into Anaya Russell in the right corner, now moving up to the right elbow. Ball was tipped on the pass inside the entry pass. Bates ended up tipping it to turnover for State. Here comes Higginbottom down the floor to the left wing. She'll drive to her right, moving to the right elbow. Absorbs some contact and gets the floater to go just outside the restricted area arc.
It's the same old story with State's defense once Higginbottom gets towards the basket.
Yeah, but she's just that good. She's going to drive in on anybody and get her points. She's been excellent tonight again, as she has been all year. State with the offensive end, kind of refocusing now is Jordan. She'll go to work inside the paint. A spinning layup won't fall, and it's going to be an Arkansas rebound. They're coming up the floor now, trailing the game by 16. Archer working all the way to the left block, gets it to Ojenyua. Ojenyua a spin, working on Montague, a fake, and it won't fall. Rebound State. And Anaya Russell will try and pass it up court. It'll be knocked out by Arkansas, and will stay with Mississippi State. A good idea there from Anaya Russell. Had Jacayla Jordan streaking down the floor. Just ball was knocked out by Arkansas. Good defense by the Hogs.
They've played great offense tonight. I mean, you're over 40% free throw percentage. I'd like to be a lot higher, but you're over 40% from the field and 40% from behind the 3. I'm liking Mississippi State offense tonight.
Yep. Other than the turnovers, that's been about it. And you said the free throw line too. That's been an issue, but State has played overall pretty well offensively, and that's a great example of it. Is we just had Destiny McFall find Jacayla Jordan on a backdoor cut, and it's a layup for State. Arkansas with it, with the shot clock turned off here in the third quarter. Archer has the basketball. Marin Archer, redshirt freshman guard. She has it at the top of the key. Driving to the right elbow, loses it. Jacayla Jordan hustling for it, can't get it. It'll be Bates who's going to drive now to get it inside to Ojenyua, who loses it. She throws it out of bounds. It'll be a turnover for the Razorbacks with 0.6 of a second on the shot, or the game clock, rather. Excuse me.
You might as well shoot it from the inbound, Abrecia. See if you can make it.
Let's see what State does. Probably won't. They'll Denham Shields will throw it up, but not even close. So after the end of the third quarter, Mississippi State has a 62-44 lead. Feeling pretty good about this one, Connor?
I'm feeling good about it in terms of everything not named Higginbottom. Now, if you can continue to keep her behind the perimeter, they've made 1 3-pointer. They've attempted 10. They've only made 1 all night. You keep them from behind that arc, you're more than likely going to keep them down in points. If you keep allowing Higginbottom, it's the same old story every time she gets the ball. Higginbottom breaks towards the basket. Higginbottom makes a little move. She goes through her step through from her pivot foot, and she goes in. I can't hear that anymore, Ty. We got to play better defense. We got to stop allowing Higginbottom to get those easy layups, those easy little floaters, because nobody's wanting to guard the basket.
Yeah, I mean, she's, other than Higginbottom tonight, you've had Stotine with 6, Sanchez Cerqueira with 2, Ojenyua with 2, Galea with 6, Lawrence with 2. She's been the lead force for Arkansas tonight, 26 of their 44. I mean, so let me do the math right. The rest of the Arkansas team has 18 points, and she has 26 of their 44. I mean, that's just, I mean, she's almost outscoring everybody else on the team by 10. So, yeah, she's played fantastic tonight. You know, I understand being frustrated about her just continuously driving, but that's just the nature of how she plays, honestly. And, you know, her being this, she's just that good. I mean, she really is. I mean, and you know, for Arkansas, that's really all they've had this year is just Izzy Higginbottom, and that's been about it. You know, but she's a fantastic player. It can be frustrating, this game, that she's driving to the rack and, you know, forcing fouls, getting shots to fall. But, you know, you just come to face it and you be like, hey, she's a fantastic basketball player. There's not much you can do to stop her at times. You just got to play well off on everybody else because she can't do it by herself. She can't go win a game by herself. And I think that's something State has done tonight, is play really well on everybody else. They forced some tough shots from others. They forced 15 turnovers tonight. They've controlled the glass again, 22 defensive rebounds. Arkansas only has 4 offensive rebounds, so they really haven't had a chance for second chance points, only 3 tonight. So State, outside of Higginbottom, which I can't blame them, she's a fantastic player, has played really good defensively. And if you're sitting at, you know, defensively, you've given up 44 points going into the fourth quarter, I would say that's a pretty daggum good night.
Yeah, especially when you're up 18. You can't be really, now if it was 44-46, it'd be a different story, but it's 44-62, and Arkansas gets the ball.
Arkansas with the ball, Stotine with it. She has it at the top of the key. 20 on the shot clock. Higginbottom trying to get it to her, and instead they'll get it to Ojenyua, now to Higginbottom. Higginbottom with it, still on the right wing, now 7 seconds. Have it to Johnson. Johnson going to have to do something. 3 on the shot clock now. Johnson guarded hard by Montague, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. No, they're going to actually just mark it a turnover. It would have been a turnover anyway, but State ended up getting possession before the shot clock went out. So State with the offensive end, a good defensive possession from them. Prater has it at the top of the key. And now out to Destiny McFall. McFall moves it over to the left wing, now gets it inside Montague. See what Montague does, guarded by Ojenyua. She'll kick it out, Denham to Shields. She'll drive inside the lane, gets it back out Montague, a left side short corner shot. No good. Rebound, though, Jerkayla Jordan. Now out to McFall, now out to DeShields. DeShields, a left wing 3 off back iron, no good. State can't do anything with the offensive rebound. It's Arkansas pushing the tempo. And here comes Thomas down the floor, and she can't make the bunny. And Montague's going to block the follow shot by Ojenyua. So Arkansas had a real opportunity there, but Carly Johnson couldn't make the bunny, and then Ojenyua had it blocked.
It's a wide open layup. Higginbottom would have made it.
Yeah, she somehow would. She's just that she's that darn good. She inbounds it to her teammate Stotine, but McFall steals it. McFall going to go a one-on-one with Ojenyua. It's going to be a charge on Destiny McFall. And an offensive foul and a turnover for Mississippi State.
I guess you could say McFall's shot didn't fall.
That was a fantastic jumble of words right there, Connor. I just want to let that be known. I'll put that live on air on the broadcast. Arkansas with it, the offensive end. Higginbottom with the basketball again. She's moving to the right, almost traveled. Tried to get it to Sanchez Cerquera. She's fighting for the ball, still fighting. State comes up with it. Jerkayla Jordan, a fast break layup, stops and gets it to go, and one. Higginbottom fouled her after she stopped. She got the layup to go, and she'll go to the line for a chance to convert it and one.
Jerkayla Jordan, that's her 12th point on the night. McFall's got to be careful, though. She has 4 fouls on the night anymore. She'll be sitting on that bench for the rest of the time until Mississippi State Lady Bulldogs can pull a win over these Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yeah, McFall before she will sent the bench, and it'll be Let's see what they call underneath there, Connor. I missed that.
Some sort of cat fight going on, and they're going to give it to Arkansas.
Yeah, it's going to be Montague who they called Montague for a foul. And Sam Purcell not happy with it. And so Arkansas inbound it, down 20. They'll take it down the floor. Stotine with the basketball. And she has it now top of the key. Guarded by Jerkayla Jordan. Under 8 minutes to play here in the ball game. Stotine trying to kick in on the backdoor cut. Ball knocked around, but Ojenyua comes up with it, and she lays it in to cut the lead to 18.
Higginbottom's playing real conservative with 4 fouls on her tonight.
They'll get it to DeShields. DeShields now kicks it to Prater, looking inside. Pass too high for Montague. Out on the Bulldogs. A turnover for Mississippi State.
I believe that is the 15th. That is the 15th turnover for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, 15 for State tonight. State, when 15 or under, they're 5-2, so that's kind of the number to beat if you're Mississippi State. But game seems well in reach right now. Might not have to worry about that tonight. Arkansas with it. They'll get it out to Sanchez Sincara. That's a brick, and State will have the defensive rebound and come down the floor. Jerkayla Jordan with it. Stops at the right elbow. Moves her left, gets to Montague, shoots it on the free throw line. Won't go. Rebound Arkansas. Here comes Izzy Higginbottom down the floor. Guarded by Denham DeShields. Denham guarding, and the ball blocked by Montague. And here comes Montague in fast break. She'll stop ball. Get it to the top of the key to Denham DeShields. State will reset the offense. Get it over to the Brisha Poe on the right wing. She's going to get it to Montague now to Denham DeShields, 10 on the shot clock for State. Hand it off to Brisha Poe. She'll try right wing three. Off front iron, no good. Rebound Montague, though. She'll go up with the short shot in the paint, no good. Rebound Jerkayla Jordan. She tried to kick it out. She was in a tough spot there, and she ends up turning the ball over. Stotine will come down the floor, shoot a three. That one far, and will it go out of bounds? It will. Right to the Arkansas bench. It'll be State basketball.
You think we could start twinning like Brisha Poe and DeShields?
What, with how they look alike? Tonight?
Yeah.
With the they got a headband on.
You think we can be twins next game?
I don't know.
You think I can grow a beard by the next game?
I don't know, Connor. I don't know if you can grow a beard by the next
I might have to drink a little bit more milk than usual. I think that's the key.
Well, speaking of next game, Mississippi State will take on the Alabama Crimson Tide this Sunday at the Hump at 1 o'clock. Alabama, I believe, number 22 in the country. So it'll be a tough ball game for Mississippi State.
Play the game.
Yeah, game or play of the game. Yeah, they get the play of the game on here. Let's see what it is. It's a Montague handoff. That Montague handoff to Jerkayla Jordan on the back door, and Jerkayla Jordan finished with a reverse layup. Jordan with 12 points tonight.
I think the play of the game should honestly be just about every point Izzy Higginbottom has on the Arkansas scoreboard.
Well, they're losing, and we wouldn't show that if we were.
She's
State.
just too good of a basketball player. She is phenomenal. It's just like I'm watching like a Larry Bird in the making with Izzy Higginbottom.
Yeah, I mean, she's a good talent now. She's a senior, though. A guard, 5'7", out of Batesville, Arkansas. Batesville High School, transferred from Missouri and also transferred from Arkansas State. So, but for her, I mean, she's having a good year. Could really help her with her draft stock in terms of going to the next level in the WNBA. But
I'd draft her. Based on what I saw tonight, I'd draft her.
Yeah, I mean, she's been good. Just the only thing from her is, got to cut down the turnovers. She's had 6 tonight. And, and that's been her issue all year. We talked about that pregame. Is she's in SEC play averaging about 4.5 turnovers a ball game. So, got to cut down on those. But, I mean, other than that, she's been fantastic for Arkansas this year and has been their offense this year. So, famous Maroon Band pep band here tonight just got finished with a little bit of Horse. How do you feel about that song? I love when they do Horse. because
You love when they play anything, Ty.
I love the Famous Maroon
You love
Band.
when they play
I've got family, my mom and dad that were in the Famous Maroon Band. Mom, a drum major. Dad, a trumpet player.
I mean, you got it oozing through you, coursing through your veins.
Yeah, I know. I mean, hey, my uncle was in the band. No, he wasn't in the band, but my aunt was in the band. I mean, yeah, love the Famous Maroon Band.
Well, I don't have anybody to kind of have that relation with because all my parents didn't finish college. So this is the first of our kind to come to Mississippi State. So I'm the one that's going to have to start the legacy, and hopefully,
You ought to join the band.
no.
You
So-
ought to join the band.
my kid's going to join the Bulldog Student Sports Network. That's what's going to happen.
That's what we're gonna.
That's
do.
what we're
That's
gonna
what we're
do.
gonna do.
We'll
Out
play
of the-
horse.
Yeah, out of the timeout. Denham to Shields with the basketball, and she'll drive it down. Kind of tiptoeing on the sideline. She'll stop at the left short corner, gets it out to Chandler Prater, who'll kick it out. Jacayla Jordan, guarded by a Razorback there. She is going to pull up and nail the shot at the free throw line.
Man, that was a contested, beautiful shot.
Yeah, shot it over Stotine there, and Jacayla Jordan, the other end, rips the ball away, and they're going to call a foul on Jacayla Jordan, who was trying to dive for the ball. Actually, no.
No,
They're gonna
Izzy
call that,
Higginbottom's
Izzy
fouled out.
Higginbottom, yeah.
I was about to say, I don't think it was
Good
Higginbottom's fouled out.
Good call there, Connor. Higginbottom out of the game now. It's her 5th personal foul.
She's still standing on the court. That little ankle brace I'm about to see sitting on the bench now. There she goes. Man, I can't say anything bad about her because she is a dog, even though she's dog food.
Yeah, she's played a good game tonight. She'll sit the bench. Fans were giving her a little bit of left-right treatment. So State will have it on the offensive end after the foul from Higginbottom. She'll sit the bench. And Jacayla Jordan with it at the top of the key. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Medina Okot gives her a screen. It's a floater from the free throw line. No good. Prater fighting for the rebound. Somehow gets in the hands of Jacayla Jordan. She follows her miss with a layup.
Beautiful. Beautiful. DeBrisha's been a little quiet, Ty. I wonder what they're going to do next offensive drive.
We'll see. Archer with the basketball, meanwhile, for Arkansas. Now they get it to Stotine. Stotine going to be fouled on the floor. That's State's 3rd team foul, I believe. Yeah, 3rd team foul of the quarter. 5:12 to play in the contest. State with a 68-26 lead. This matches their largest lead of 22 tonight. Stotine going to inbound to Galea. Now she'll hand it off to Stotine. Back to her. A right wing 3 won't go. Air ball. Rebound, though, Thomas. She's working underneath. Gets the left hand finish up and in. It's Johnson's first points of the night there. Cuts the lead back to 20. Denham to Shields will meanwhile drive on the offensive end. No good. Ball tipped out. Rebound by Poe. She kicks it over to Prater. 3 ball up. Good. Chandler Prater with a 3 ball, her 2nd of the night.
Every mechanic was checked on that 3-point shot by Prater.
14 for her tonight. State with their largest lead of the night, 23 points, 71-48. 4.5 to play in the game. Medina Okot fighting for the ball. She gets a turnover. She'll take it down the floor. Fast break points for Medina Okot. 25-point lead for Mississippi State.
I wish that would have been like an alley-oop dunk from by the glass, but we just can't expect that here at Mississippi State.
Arkansas with it, the offensive end. It's going to be Galea with it, and she'll get it turned over. Medina Okot down the floor, and another fast break layup for Medina Okot. Timeout, Razorbacks.
Okay, Okot, I see you. We see you. 2 steals, 2 fast breaks, 4 fast break points in the matter of seconds by Okot. Okay, OT, Okot, baby.
Yeah, she played played great defense there and had the speed enough to get down the floor, lay it in. 4 straight points. State with a 7-0 run over the last 45 seconds. 3 of 3 in their last 3.
I want to point something out. We mentioned earlier 42 rebounds. That was the number per game for Mississippi State. They're already at that threshold tie with 42 rebounds on the night.
That's a good point there. State dominant rebounding-wise. They are, I believe, 14th nationally. No, 15th nationally, 4th in the SEC. Hard to believe you're 15th nationally,
With
and you're
42
4th.
rebounds.
And you're 4th in the SEC. That shows how good the SEC is. I mean, the SEC is just stacked this year. You got 3 teams better than you, and you're 15th nationally in rebounds.
I think it's the same story for all basketball, Ty. The SEC has just been the powerhouse of basketball.
Women's and men's. Yeah, SEC's been good. I mean, obviously you got South Carolina's a force. Tennessee's good. Kentucky's good. LSU's good. Ole Miss is good. Vanderbilt's good. Alabama's good. State's trying to fight back and, get back in their rhythm. They can be a good team. Been done a couple things wrong as of late, but good game here. Maybe you'll get them back into the tempo of things. Arkansas has on the offensive end 15 on the shot clock. Stotine with it. Stotine drives left block and ball out of bounds off the Razorbacks. Another turnover for Arkansas.
Stotine, I just saw she's from the Netherlands. That's interesting to me. She got a little scholarship to play basketball, I guess, in the USA.
Yeah, she's a freshman too, so she's got, some years of eligibility left. She looks, like a true point guard, really. Stayed on the offensive end. It's going to be an illegal screen, so that's a turnover for MSU. Speaking of turnovers, State is, forced 22 tonight. So they've done their job on the defensive end. Just been a really good showing for Mississippi State defensively. Archer with it. Now for Arkansas. Now to Lawrence. Now over to Johnson. Johnson driving on Chandler Prater. Goes behind the back. Moving with her pivot. Gets the wild left-handed shot up, and it falls. Good shot from Carly Johnson. Destiny McFall up the floor. Now with 3 minutes to play in the ball game. State up 25. This game well in hand. Ball at the top of the key. McFall still holding it. Now she gets to Chandler Prater on the left elbow. She gets a screen from Poe, or McFall got a screen from Poe, and she'll kick it to Thomas inside, and Thomas is going to be fouled on the floor. That's Arkansas's 4th team foul of the quarter. So State will get a refresh on the shot clock. 20 is what it reads, and they'll inbound it on the baseline.
I wish Prater would have been able to shoot it in the corner. Her shot was wet like water.
Kayla Thomas will collect the inbound, hands it off to Destiny McFall. McFall going to get a screen, a double screen from the Bulldogs, and McFall will kick it out to DeBrisha Poe. She's got to go with 6 seconds. Works inside the lane. Shot no good. It's short, but she is fouled, and she'll head to the line for 2 shots.
It's a 25-point game for the Arkansas Razorbacks. State's up 75-50, and it doesn't look like a win for Arkansas is obtainable with 2 minutes and 31 seconds left. This looks like all Mississippi State basketball tonight.
DeBrisha Poe misses the first free throw. State, like we mentioned, face Alabama this Sunday at home and then back on the road again for 2 straight at Vanderbilt and at Florida. Those games not easy. And this conference not easy as Poe nails a second. So 76-50. This conference not easy for anybody to navigate. State's going to have to play their best basketball. Arkansas with it. Driving is Johnson, and she gets the layup to fall. She's had a couple of layups fall as of late. She gets that one to go. She's got 6 points tonight. And let's see, we'll have a timeout on the floor. Yeah, going to be a timeout for Mississippi State. Might be timeout to get some of the subs into the ball game, get some of the younger girls some action. We'll see what.
Who are those younger girls, Ty?
Well, against Auburn, we beat Auburn pretty good. So Anisha Carriere played. She's a freshman from Gulfport. Jimenez might play. You might see. You won't see Taj Monet Bloom as she's hurt. She's out for the year. That's unfortunate because Taj Monet Bloom's going to be really good for Mississippi State, a 6'2 freshman forward out of Japan.
Taj Monet. That sounds beautiful, Ty. That just rolls off the tongue well.
Yeah.
Just like a freaking finger roll.
So it's no subs for Mississippi State. They'll keep the same lineup in. It's just a little bit of a timeout on the floor. I don't know why, but I guess it doesn't much matter with a 24-point lead. McFall with it now to Poe. 10 on the shot clock. Poe going to try and throw it inside to Kayla Thomas, and the ball is turned over. Here comes Johnson down the floor on the right wing. Johnson gets it inside to Galea. Galea bounce pass to Archer, now outside to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Poe. 13 on the shot clock. Johnson driving inside. It's going to be a charge drawn by Chandler Prater. Nice job from Chandler Prater. I believe that is her second charge drawn tonight. She might have 3. I'm not quite sure. But I know for sure she's got 2, and she's been good defensively tonight. She started the game in Baton Rouge on Sunday. She's played 31 minutes tonight for Mississippi State, 14 points. Yeah, she's played really well. Actually, we're going to have one Bulldog in. Carrie Air is in the ball game now. She's number 8. She's in the ball game as a guard now. Kayla Thomas with it, top of the key. She'll hand it off. Desi McFall driving inside the lane, gets a left-handed layup to go.
Love it.
78-52 Mississippi State. Archer with the basketball. Gives it to Stotine. Now Stotine to Galea. He'll shoot a free throw line shot. No good. Rebound Chandler Prater. Desi McFall will take it up. Carrie Air, the freshman guard forward in the ball game. Like I said, she's moving around a little bit. See if they try and give it to her. McFall has it right now. She's going to work, and they'll hand it off to Carrie Air. See what she'll do. 8 on the shot clock. She'll pass it off to Debrecia Poe. Debrecia Poe going to pull up a 3. It is up. It's no good. And rebound gathered by Arkansas. They'll go in transition. Johnson will stop ball. Now kick it out to Archer. Her three-pointer good. And that'll probably be the last points of the game as Arkansas makes it a 78-55 ball game. All State's got to do is get it across the half-court line, which they do, and hold it. State's going to dribble it out. It's going to be a good win for Mississippi State tonight, a well-needed win. And State's going to move to 17-7 and 4-6 in the SEC with an important home game coming up on Sunday. 3, 2, 1, bingo. You can wrap this one in maroon and white. Mississippi State with a 78-55 win over the Razorbacks of Arkansas. It was all Bulldogs tonight getting in on the scoring action. 5 Bulldogs in double figures. It was just a great effort tonight on both ends, offensively, especially defensively, forcing Arkansas to only 38% from the field, 14% from 3. Connor, your thoughts on the ball game, and then we'll get to the post-game show after that.
I love the second half performance from the Mississippi State Bulldogs. They improved dramatically. And when I mean dramatically, I was saying takeaway and turnover, and this, that, and the other. All these words pointing to turning over the ball. And in the second half, you eliminate most of that verbiage. And now you're playing some better defense. You're playing a little bit better offense. I mean, other than the free throw line, you suffer a little bit from the 3-point. You suffer a little bit from field goal, but it's hereditary at this point once you have a second half performance like they did. You kind of get and you give just a little bit, and when you give a little bit in offense, you get a little bit more in the defensive side of the ball. So I think they did a great job in the second half.
I agree, especially on the defensive side. I thought, third quarter, Arkansas had 14, but only 11 points in the fourth quarter, and a lot of turnovers were committed by Arkansas in the second half for sure, as well as the first half, 23 total for the Razorbacks. We will take a break, and we will be back for the postgame show in just a second here. Final score as the Hey Song rings out from the famous Maroon Band. Mississippi State 78, Arkansas 55. We'll be back for the postgame show in just a few. You're listening to Mississippi State basketball for the Bulldog Student Sports Network.
gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. Politicians hide themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave their all to the poor. Yeah. Time will tell on their power minds, making war just for fun, treating people just like pawns and chess. Wait till the judgment day comes. Yeah. Now in darkness world stops turning, ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power, and as God has struck the hour, day of judgment God is calling. On the knees the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah.
our post-game show. Mississippi State with a 78-55 win on this Thursday night in Starkville, Mississippi at the Humphrey Coliseum. It was a game where State never trailed. We'll go through a statistical breakdown and then get our thoughts together, me and Connor, or Connor and I's thoughts rather, and we'll break off and go home for the night. Mississippi State 47% from the field to Arkansas's 38%. State shot 20 more shots than Arkansas did. They were 33 of 70. Arkansas 19 of 50. State 43% from the field with from the three-point line rather, with 9 threes. Arkansas only 14% tonight with 2 threes. State 38% though from the free throw line, 3 of 8. Arkansas 75%, 15 of 20. State with 18 turnovers tonight, still a problem for the Bulldogs tonight, but they ended up winning the turnover battle. Arkansas with 23 turnovers tonight, State with 27 off those 23 turnovers, and Arkansas with 14 off of MSU's 18 turnovers. State controlled the boards, 43 rebounds for State total tonight, 26 of those being on the defensive rebounds and 17 of those being offensive rebounds. Arkansas with 29 total rebounds, 22 of those being 29, or of, man, I'm struggling here, Connor. 22 of those 29 total rebounds are on the defensive end, and 7 of those 29 are on the offensive end. 15 second chance points for State off those offensive rebounds, only 5 for Arkansas. Granted, they didn't get as much offensive rebound anyways. 17 bench points for the Bulldogs, 11 for Arkansas, 44-point paints for Mississippi State, 28-point paints for Arkansas. State had 12 fast break points, 14 for the Razorbacks, 6 blocks for MSU, 11 for the Hogs, 14 steals for State, 12 for Arkansas, 18 assists for the Bulldogs, really high number there. Only 4 assists for the Hogs. State led 39 minutes and 37 seconds of this ball game. Arkansas, like we mentioned, never led. It was the game was only tied for 22 seconds, and State took the lead in the first quarter. State, their largest lead of the ball game was 27, and they end up with a 23-point win over Arkansas. Connor, let's give us your overall thoughts. Let's start with the offensive side of the ball for Mississippi State.
One thing, sorry, I was muted. One thing I want to point out is the offensive efficiency compared to Arkansas. We know that Arkansas is a one-woman show with Higginbottom. Once Higginbottom left, it was almost like every single ounce of offense had left the court once Higginbottom sat on that Arkansas bench. But it seems like there's a familiar story with women's basketball that there is men. Sam Parcell and Chris Jans must be having little conference meetings every week because everybody likes to eat. And if you ain't dog, you dog food, Ty. And we had a lot of dog food getting eat up today. We had Jerkayla Jordan with 16 points. She had 10 rebounds, a nice little double-double for Jerkayla Jordan. Prater had 14 points, 6 rebounds. And then Okot had 12 points, 11 rebounds, a nice little double-double for her. And then Debrecia, I like to say preach Debrecia, old Debrecia Poe with 16 points. She had 3 rebounds on the night and 4 assists to go along with it. So a lot of Bulldogs, 8. Those are the 4. Honestly, Okot played a lot less minutes than the other ones, and she still produced just about the same. A nice little double-double from Okot. You can't go wrong with that. I loved the offensive efficiency. If you're shooting over 45% from the 3 and the field, you got to be more than okay with that, Ty.
Yeah, 5 Bulldogs in double figures tonight. One you didn't mention, Destiny McFall. She had
I'm
11.
sorry, McFall.
No problem, no problem. She had 11 tonight. Didn't get to play as much just because she had 4 personal fouls is what she finished with. She was 23 minutes. Most of the rest of the girls, other than Okot in double digit, actually all of them are 30 minutes plus. The Shields didn't have quite the night she wanted to. Only had 3. Nia Russell had 4, and Montague had 2 on the night. You talk about offensive efficiency. shooting wise, yeah, we shot well, 47%, 43% from three. It kind of cooled down in the second half, but we shot well tonight. Other than the free throw line, that's something we got to clean up, which is something we've struggled with all year. And another thing we've struggled all year, and the thing that you can point to tonight, and you can say, hey, you could have won this game by 30 to 40 points. Turnovers. You turned the ball over 18 times, and it's just when you turn the ball over that much, even though you win, it's kind of disappointing. 25% of your possessions were turnovers. That was the final stat for that tonight. So every fourth possession was a turnover for State. You got to clean that up. And I know we said it over and over tonight, and some people may feel like we just harp on it too much. But it's something I talked with my dad about it today. I mean, if you cut out the turnovers from this team probably has 3 more wins or 4 more wins. Just overall. I mean, especially, in conference play, we could have beat Tennessee if we didn't turn it over as much. Definitely could have beat Ole Miss. Maybe could have hung in there with South Carolina. And outside of conference play, we only lost 1 game, but that was another game where we turned it over a ton against Georgia Tech. So, minus if you just, kind of eliminate the turnovers, you see that we shoot the ball well. And, on the year, State is one of the best from the field. Struggling to find the stat for that, but I think they're like in the top 5, maybe the top 5 in just, in the SEC in field goal percentage on the year. So they're one of the best, one of the most efficient offenses scoring wise in the conference and in the NCAA. So main takeaway from the offense, and you harped on this too, is, you limit the turnovers, you're going to be absolutely golden, because the way you shoot the ball, you shoot too good for you not to compete with good teams. That's what's happened this year, is you've shot good, but you've turned the ball over too much, and you've limited yourself because you weren't able to get up those shots. So offensively, yeah, State got to cut out the turnovers, and from there, you're going to be pretty good, especially against a really good SEC this year. We'll move to the defensive side of the ball.
Well, I kind of want to point one thing out just real quick before we go to the defense. You have 18 turnovers tonight, and 14 of those points for Arkansas were off those turnovers, Ty. When you play a game, I have this Tennessee game pulled up when they lost 86-73. When you lose a game against Tennessee, where you were hanging in there the majority of the time, you have 20 total turnovers. You want to guess how many points Tennessee had over those turnovers? Tennessee's not going to be as forgiving as Arkansas was tonight. How many points off turnovers do you think Tennessee had on those 20?
We had 20 turnovers. Tennessee's a good team, so they probably capitalized on that a bunch. How many points? I couldn't give you
30.
a guess. Yeah.
They had 30 points off turnovers.
Yeah.
30 of their 86 were off turnovers.
Yeah. So, let's cut – they were playing theoreticals here, but let's cut, 10 of those turnovers out, right? You cut about half of those out. Okay, so it's 10 turnovers. Then you can, I guess, say maybe cut 15 points out.
You win
the game by 2. You win the game by 2. Now, I know we're playing theoreticals here, but State shoots too good to lose ball games like that. I mean, they shoot way too good. They're too good scoring to lose ball games because they turn the ball over too much. And Sam Purcell is credited that to maybe they're just, a little too unselfish with the ball. But, I mean, you got to – I can understand being unselfish, but you still got to make the right play, and you got to be smart with the basketball, and that's got to be taught. And it's sometimes we just haven't been smart with the basketball, and I'll continue to say it, and I'll say it the next broadcast we do for State basketball. I'm sure maybe Zach or Scott will say it on Sunday when they do the ball game, and if you're producing and you happen to do the halftime or postgame show, you'll say it too. We shoot too good to be 17-7 and 4-6 in the SEC. That's exactly
way too good.
That's exactly the point that we're trying to make. You can't turn the ball over as much because you have too much offensive talent on this team. If you get that offensive talent give that offensive talent opportunities to win rather than turning the ball over, opportunities to get good shots up, you're going to be a whole heck of a lot better than you are right now. We'll move to the defense quickly. State had Arkansas shooting 38% tonight, only 14% from the field. The only really factor for Arkansas tonight was Izzy Higginbottom. Everybody else was the most points that anybody else got for Arkansas was it was actually 3 Hogs that had 6. Stotine, Johnson, and Galea had 6. What did you think of the defensive performance? Obviously, we talked about Higginbottom can be dominant, so you can't really, fool yourself with getting obsessed with how she played tonight too much. You just kind of have to think about it from an overall standpoint. What did you think of the defense tonight?
I think the defense, if you eliminate Higginbottom, that Arkansas offense plays just as efficient as a high school women's basketball team because they don't have an offense other than Higginbottom, and I think that's one of the reasons Higginbottom came to Arkansas to be like, okay, look, I'm going to be your offense, and she fouled out, and we saw how vulnerable that Arkansas offense was, and Mississippi State took advantage of that tie, and that's the one thing I can say about how well they did. They capitalized in the second half on the offensive kind of struggles, and they said, hey, let's get Higginbottom out of here. They did somehow, some way. She fouled out with 5 fouls, and you could tell that it was all Mississippi State basketball from there.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about capitalizing off of the offensive woes of Arkansas. State had 27 points off of Arkansas's 23 turnovers, and even though you didn't capitalize on every single one of those turnovers, you still forced 23, and those were opportunities that were given to your offense that can shoot it really well. Yeah, Higginbottom with 26. She's a fantastic basketball player, and she'll be their, lightning rod for the rest of the year. I mean, she's averaging overall in the year 24.3 points a game, so 24 points basically. The next closest player is averaging 10.5 points a game on the year, and that player right now is Kiki Smith, and she didn't play tonight. She's injured. So, then the next closest averages 8 points a game. So, yeah, I mean, she's going to be Arkansas's lightning rod, and, regardless of her getting 26 tonight, that's just who she is. She's going to get buckets. That's plain and simple. That's just how it is. But overall, like you said, State, found success in turning Arkansas over tonight, found success in translating that into points and opportunities for the offense, and overall just really played, I thought, a good brand of basketball tonight. Connor, any final thoughts on the ball game you witnessed tonight?
44 points in the paint. That's one thing I really want to point out, because when you are destructive down low, you can win some dang good basketball games, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, obviously it was a multitude of things that Mississippi State was able to capitalize on to beat Arkansas tonight, but 44 points in the paint, that's something beautiful. It takes skill to get down low like that 44 points worth of times.
Yeah, 44. That's a good final point there. 44 points in the paint. State was dominant down low, and even to add to that, 17 offensive rebounds to Arkansas 7. So your margin there is plus 10. Yeah, State dominated how they have pretty much all year down low, getting rebounds at will. One of the best in the country, number 15 and number 4 in the SEC in rebounds. This is a good basketball team, have a couple things to work on, but they can definitely get right, and they could be a dangerous team come later in the season, close to the SEC tournament and in the NCAA tournament if they make it there. State next ball game is back at home against Alabama, number 23 in the country, at 1 o'clock at the Humphrey Coliseum. We will broadcast that. Won't be Connor and I. Connor may be producing, not quite sure yet. Might not be him, though. It'll most likely be Zach Sizemore and Scott Shy for that one. And In-State will be on the road in Nashville at Vanderbilt. That's another ranked game for MSU, and then at Florida. And then they finish out February with Texas A&M at home and Texas at home. The return of Vic Schaefer. He'll come back to Starkville. And the final game of the year is at Auburn, a team that State handled at the Hump, beat them by 40. So
I'll be there for that Schaefer game. Don't you worry.
Yeah, that one will be exciting. We'll probably end up broadcasting that one. So
I hope so.
Yeah, look out for that. If I had to guess, we'll probably broadcast the rest of the SEC games here. We
Possibly.
generally get a lot of all of the SEC games. Arkansas, we did tonight. Alabama, we already are going to do. Probably going to get A&M and Texas too. So just look for those when we tweet about those. I usually tweet out on that account about if we're going live. That is the I believe it's BSSN_MSU on Twitter. You can follow us there. You can follow us on Instagram at Bulldog Student Sports Network. And if you would, please subscribe, turn notifications on for us on the YouTube channel that we're on right now. That way you know when we are live for any Mississippi State athletic event, especially with spring sports like baseball and softball coming up.
I know Ty and I are the fantastic. We're the duo you just want to hear every time. But if it's not Ty and I's sweet little voices you're hearing on your screen or phone or wherever you may be watching, still tune in. Support the Bulldog Student Sports Network, because the support for us goes a long way. Support what we're doing so that we can continue to do it. And we love what we're doing right now. We love it. We're blessed to do it.
Absolutely, definitely. I always say it, definitely a blessing to be able to do something like this. I know you and I want to do this, and never thought we'd be calling Bulldog athletic events, but here we are, and it was a blessing tonight to call this one from the Humphrey Coliseum. Mississippi State wins the game 78-55 over Arkansas. They move to 17-7 on the year and 4-6 in the Southeastern Conference. We will be back on Sunday to broadcast Mississippi State versus Alabama. Until then, you can wrap this one in maroon and white for Ty Goldman and Connor Davis. I'm saying so long, Hail State, and good night.
Well, I was born at a party in a barn with a guitar strapped across my arm. So I learned to play in a different style. Everybody knows that I'm hog wild. Well, I pick it high and I pick it low. Pick it with my teeth and pick it with my toe. You can hear me play for a country mile. Everybody knows that I'm hog wild. Yeah, everybody knows that I'm hog wild. Too long. Me and them city folks couldn't get along. My mama said you're a destined child. They all know you was born hog wild. So I traveled all over this land, and I found myself a backwoods band. You can hear us play for a country mile. Everybody knows that we're hog wild. Yeah, everybody knows that we're hog wild. Everybody knows that we're hog wild.